the shuffle will change.
Why am I alone tonight when I should be stepping up?
Stepping up.
Stepping up.
And dance to my own exciting new music.
And dance to my own exciting new music.
Big and a pig and a dick. Honey and a
Yes! All right. It's a terrific band and a real nice crowd. That's what Angie said. Never will understand with the whole evening planned how I got here instead. I defrosted a lamb chop and was going to watch a movie on TV. Now I'm standing under a neon sign, watching it shine on me. There's a terrific band and a real nice crowd, and it'll do me good to get out. It isn't a singles bar, it's only a ballroom, so what am I so nervous about? What if no one asks me to dance? What if someone asks me to dance? What if I catch the next bus? This was me, we were children in the night. Every star burned twice as bright. We were tough and we could fight. We held the line, this was me. Every sorrow had a song. Every lost boy could belong. Oh God, I hate listening to myself, it's terrible. Let me take you round the bars I knew, the stars I knew, the padded bras I knew. The cobbled alleyways, the ways I knew, the maze I knew, the waifs and strays I knew. Started singing to the way that God, I hate listening to myself, it's terrible. Let me take you round the bars I knew, the stars I knew, the padded bras I knew. The cobbled alleyways, the ways I knew, the maze I knew, the waifs and strays I knew. Started singing to the way that went, the wishing I could live it all again. There's the gym rat who posts selfies doing CrossFit in a thong. All those flexing egotists, I've got you on my list. And the couples dining out who bring their screaming kids along and won't make them desist. Ooh, I got you on my list.
Oh, everyone's a little bit racist today. So everyone's a little bit racist, okay. Ethnic jokes might be uncouth, but you laugh because they're based on truth. Don't take them as personal attacks.
Now this, right? It's never too late to blow a kiss, especially at a time like this. And it's never too late to fall in love.
Bodie-o, bodie-o, bodie-o. It's never too late for fun and larks. A jolly old flame's got lots of sparks. And it's never too late to fall in love.
Fo-de-o, fo-de-o-de-o-do.
The modern buildings that you see are often most alarming, but I am sure you'll all agree
A ruin can be charming.
Well, hello, everybody. It's me, David Maiocco here. I'm so excited for tonight. I've been looking forward to this for, well, as long as we've planned it. And I'm so glad that you are all here with us tonight. I see a bunch of you. I see your comments. I'm so excited. I'm running your comments. I'm putting them up tonight. I'm the sidekick here tonight. I love this. You know, very few people I enjoy being a sidekick more to than the incredible James Beaman. And I'm so thrilled. Hey, guys, we're going to watch Lived Experience tonight. Are you excited? I can't wait. You know, it's so funny. All the right here. Check out these quotes from this show we're about to watch. The sweet mix of nostalgia and contemporary attitude that imbued the evening made it something very special. This was a wise and varied program of songs that clearly reflected the gentleman in charge. That's from Bart Greenberg of Cabaret Scenes. Beaman lets loose in a hilarious way about the many idiosyncrasies of the overly sensitive world we live in. Lived Experience is perpetually funny, often inspiring, occasionally naughty. Glad to hear that. Titillatingly timely and undeniably entertaining throughout. And this show to your own, add this show to your own lived experiences. From Jed Ryan, Lavender After Dark. Mr. Beaman has recreated an era when performers were called entertainers. In his hybrid cabaret club act variety show, James Beaman is being 100% authentic to himself and his artistry. And that is the most important part of any cabaret, authenticity. Stephen Mosher from Broadway World. I can't tell you, I can't get enough of what people are saying about lived experience. I'm so glad that I got to live it with this incredible man, my dear friend for over 25 years, genius, actor, director, writer, human being, soulmate, confidant, hairdresser. Enough of me. I can't wait, ladies and gentlemen, to bring on the genius, Mr. James Beaman. Hey, Jamie.
That old hack. Don't believe the hype. Oh my goodness.
Look at
Hello.
us. We're like, Christmas ready and holiday ready and Hanukkah.
We are. I'm in the green, you're in the red. And for fans of the show who loved my sneakers, I have one red sneaker tonight and one green sneaker tonight. So we're celebrating Christmas, even though tonight was the fourth candle of Hanukkah. So happy Hanukkah to all of
Happy
my
Hanukkah,
fellow
everybody.
Jews. Wow, those reviews are good. I don't know. I'm so grateful to the Cabaret Press for being so kind to our show. Marlene Dietrich, who I know something about, she said she never read her own press. She said anybody who reads their own press or clips their own great reviews and puts them in a scrapbook is a fool. And when she passed away, they were excavating her Paris apartment and they found a trunk under her bed full of everything that had ever been written about her. So,
It's true. I love that. And she traveled right with all of her musical arrangements in brown paper bags.
She carried her gown in a cardboard box with the elastic bands around it. And nobody ever bothered it. Her luggage would get stolen because people were hoping to get something good, and all the good stuff was disguised, or it was on her person on the airplane. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this thing. Listen, this video. Anybody who knows me knows that I cannot stand to see myself on video. I can't stand it. It's like cringe, as the children say. But I must tell you, John Forshpan and his team over at the Triad Theatre, with their beautiful 6-camera setup and their gorgeous editing and everything they've done, I'm super proud of this video. It captured a really special night. It was my birthday, and so many great people were out front. And David and I finally got to do the show that we had been working on and planning on and struggling to get to. And it's here now, and we get to share it. So I'm excited about it.
It is so exciting. And I love so many of the people who actually joined us for the live stream from the Triad on that very night are here with us tonight. And I mean, I'm amazed. It's so beautiful to see everybody who's joined us for this wonderful watch party. The phenomenal Chris Collette, who is one of your clients, as they say, of directors.
He just did a wonderful show at the Laurie Beachman. Really went to a whole nother level as a performer with his Come Fly With Me show that I got to direct. And he's on his way. He's a talented guy. He's got a lot of swagger. I'm excited.
He does have swagger. He does have swagger. Maybe I can give him one of my jackets too. No, he's got his own stuff.
You've got such a wardrobe at this point. Between the Liberace and everything else.
We love you too, Christopher. I'm so sad I didn't get into your show, but you're going to do it again because you are on your way and then some. Yeah, it's your fault, Jamie. I tell everybody all the time. You inspired me to do something extra, I guess, is what you would call it.
Oh, Liberace's extra. And you're a genius at it. Listen, I'm extra. And you know what? Part of the reason I did this show in the first place was I just felt so broken. And, I think a lot of people, the past 3 years were just so debilitating and so dark and so depressing. It's just been so hard to just move through that passage. And I thought, God, it's just, what have you got to lose, And it was the first time I'd ever been myself on stage, which sounds weird. But I'm always in disguise. And it
does sound weird to people. People who don't understand. I mean, it is, I worked with you and, brilliant artists like Richard Skipper and Tommy Femia and Stephen Brinberg. And I watched you guys recreate these legends. And then, of course, you went on to do your legit acting and your Spamalot tour and an actor upon the stage and La Cage aux Folles with Maxwell Caulfield. I can't get over that. I would have died.
Got to kiss him. He didn't want to kiss me because he's very, very straight. I'm sorry, boys, but he is.
Yeah.
But his wife made him kiss me.
You leaned her no. But it's like
Julian Mills it's a pistol. She really is.
I watch you guys, and I watched you struggle the times that it was time to get up and just sing as you. And of course, I was always just me. I was always your music director. I was always your support. I was always there having the fun with you and wondering what was so difficult. But I get it now. Now that I've dove into this character, you know, there's so much that comes with you. There's so much that's attached, and it's still a separate thing. It's a separate thing. Being
when you're
you,
in disguise, it is you. I mean, you don't become somebody else entirely. That would be weird. But the disguise gives you freedom. It feels very free, and you can express yourself. It's like it's I can't explain it, but it is like being somebody else. And when you're being yourself, and especially singing, singing to me next to stand-up comedy is the most denuding and most vulnerable thing that you can do. And I love to sing, and I've always loved to sing, and I've done, God knows, a ton of musicals, but I'm a character singer. And I always wanted to sound like Sammy Davis Jr., and there was only one Sammy. But singing as myself, especially now, especially at this time in my life, I sing in my over 40 keys, as the lovely Billy Porter would say. But now it becomes about meaning. And now it becomes about really speaking something true or singing something true. And the songs I'm singing in this show, I mean, we threw this thing together at the last minute because our lives would not let us work. And it did come together. But I carried this set list and this concept around for about 6 months before we even began. And there's songs I want to sing. And there's songs that mean something to me and to other people. And the message, the message is clear. I don't want to give it away.
No, the message will be very, very clear. Chris Collette says,
Marilyn May says it's all about the lyric. Yes, well, I'll believe anything Marilyn May says is gospel.
Good Lord, how old is she now? She's
96, 95, 96, somebody.
Plus tax, yes.
And she's still going strong. God love her.
And Brent Sawyer says, hello, Jamie Beaman.
Hello, Brent, another brilliant musician.
It's great to have everybody here. Oh, 95. Chris does his homework. He's younger than us, isn't he? His brain works a little better. But it was amazing.
We're all younger than Marilyn.
Yeah, there you go.
But she works harder than any of us, so.
No kidding.
This is going to be fun.
So, guys, this is we're so excited to share this with everybody, and I know a lot of you have seen us live and seen us on Memorex on the live feeding, streaming, zooming.
That was so exciting, the live stream, knowing that people were watching it. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was. You really feel like a star when you got people in the at-home audience playing the at-home game. And hello, John De Palma. He's excited to see the show. I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm thrilled that people are going to get to us. Yes, Memorex indeed.
Memorex.
I am right. Memorex. I'm always Memorex. I've literally learned to be Memorex. But yeah, so we're going to play the show, and I'm so excited to be able to put up all of your comments and things. Now, once this conductor hits the downbeat, I won't be putting any comments up on the screen. I mean, the lyrics, the material is way too rich to miss a moment of it by looking at comments. So please make sure that you've all got your Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa addresses. Now get that all out of the way. Make sure you've said hello to all your friends. You can chat along in the background as much as you want. Yes, I'm doing the rules. Mr. Virtual Variety.
At least you didn't call it housekeeping. Housekeeping.
Housekeeping is.
I hate that. I had some housekeeping to do. Okay, go home and do it.
It's like housekeeping reminds me of Geraldo asking you about what you do and what you are.
Well,
and
don't want to give that little quip away.
It's gonna. I'm not giving it away because people are gonna get to see what happened when you met. When you were on Geraldo and you schooled
on Geraldo.
Him. You schooled him. I loved it. And but we can see all your comments, and we're going to.
Are we frozen?
You are.
I am.
I don't know what happened.
Right.
Are you having weather? Your voice isn't.
I don't know.
Can everybody hear Jamie still?
I just wanted to say two things to me. Make sure we say them before we begin the show. There's a little ticker at the bottom there, and it's saying, feel free to make a contribution and where to do it. I just want to say the show wouldn't have happened if it hadn't been for 39 generous people who donated to my Indiegogo campaign. It was the first time I've ever done anything like that for something like this. And I'm so grateful to y'all. And if you feel like chucking a couple of bucks, it's the holidays. We know everybody's strapped, but it's for a good cause. And we want to bring the show back after the snows. And any little bit will help. If you want to pitch in, that would be great. But otherwise, this is a holiday celebration. It's my way of giving something to you. And afterwards, we're doing a little chitty chat with you guys and taking some Q&A off the chat, just so you know. So you can stick around with us for 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so afterwards.
Yes, please do. Stick around after the show, after the final curtain call. We're going to hop back on here, and you can ask Jamie or me anything that you want, because we will answer it. Oh, Ann Cooley is here, our gorgeous choreographer,
Love
confidant.
She was my rock. She's
all right.
my
Oh,
rock.
you're unfrozen, Jamie. You're unfrozen.
Thank
It's like
God.
magic. Here, it's one of. I melted you with my Liberace candle here. You're good. You're back. You're back from the dead. Oh
you
yeah,
very
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. We're so excited too. I can't wait to watch this. I like to really watch it in its entirety. I'm so proud of the work that I've done with you my entire life. I'm inspired by you. We've been through hell and back.
It's been a rough couple of years.
And then back to hell for some reason. And it just keeps happening. And in the midst of it all, we create some wonderful, wonderful work. And
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And as Carrie Fisher was crazy, batshit crazy, but she was one of my heroes. And Carrie Fisher said, take your broken heart and turn it into art. And I think we did that. And I think I mended a lot of things. And being yourself, really being yourself, and really speaking your truth. I highly recommend, especially at this age, don't wait until it's too late. Take that one chance that's been sitting there that you take the chance, do the thing that you think you're going to do. You might fall on I fall on my ass a couple of times in this video, but it was a big lesson for me in trusting the people around me. And by the way, I just want to mention before we even do it, David Maiocco, brilliant musical director, incredible person to be together with on stage. We really have a lot of duo stuff to do. The arrangements are stunning, and we have two of the best sidemen in New York. Matt Sharfglass, the heartthrob of the cabaret community, and the brilliant magician that is David Silliman on drums and percussion. I mean, the man can do anything, and wait until you hear the bongos. That's all I'm going to say about that. And the ladies who sing with me, my friends Goldie DeVere, Alex DeSouza, and Sierra Ryan. I love you all. And that's our team. I don't want to give anything else away, but a good friend of mine just helped me out with the curtain speech. You'll see. Enjoy the show, everyone, and stick around if you want to afterwards so we can chit-chat about any questions you have. And yes, I should have worn suspenders.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. Here we go.
Ladies, gentlemen, and others, and welcome to the Triad Theatre. I'm John McWhorter. For everyone's comfort, especially those who are easily triggered, Jamie has asked me to present the following trigger warning. Along with amazing show tunes and unabashedly gay fabulousness sure to appeal to any identity group, tonight's performance contains the following: irreverent humor, sarcasm, blue language, and a lot of good-natured taking the piss. We come in peace. However, only you know what triggers you, Roy Rogers. We challenge you to take a risk. And hey, there's a 2-drink minimum to take the edge off. Bottoms up, cowboy, or cowgirl, or cow person. And now, ladies, gentlemen, and others, James Beaman, Maestro David Maiocco, and lived experience.
There's a clock on the wall and it's moving too slow. It's got hours to kill and a lifetime to go. And I'm holding my breath till I hear the last bell. Then I'm coming out hard and I'm giving them hell. I'm a superstar and you don't even know it. In a wonder bra and you don't even know it. You're so blah blah and you don't even know it. I'm like au revoir and you don't even know it. There's a path I plan
And you don't even know it.
to the promised land.
And you don't even know it.
You will understand.
And you don't even know it.
Cause you're my backing band.
And you don't even know it.
And it's the Jimmy Show.
And you don't even know it.
Cause you're so slow.
And you don't even know it.
And you're kinda slow.
And you don't even know it.
And I'm go, go, go.
And you don't even know it.
I've got the dreams, I've got the style, I've got the moves to make you smile. So kiss my ass goodbye, cause I'm gonna be the one. You're in my lane, you're in my light. Get out my way, I'm taking flight. And I ain't coming back, cause I'm gonna kiss the sun. And if ever you find life is getting you down, there's a party to start in the new part of town, where there's a guest list of one and the name's Jamie B. And you can all jump the line because you're VIP. Cause baby, I'm a hit.
And you don't even know it.
Legit.
And you don't even know it.
Better give me room.
And you don't even know it.
For my Baba Blue.
And you don't even know it.
And I'm coming
And you don't even know it.
like an atom blast.
And you don't even know it.
And the past is past.
And you don't even know it.
I'll be free at last.
And you don't even know it.
Woo! Welcome to the experience. Ha! Oh my God, best birthday ever. Allow me to introduce you to my own personal patriarchy. Right over here on the electric and the double bass. The steadiest bass player in all New York City. You know it. Mr. Matt Shuffglass. Oh. I'm right over here, giving me life on the bongos. Mr. Magic himself, on drums and percussion, the incredible Mr. David Silliman. I mean, come on. Oh. And over here, yeah, over there at the keys, my musical director, my arranger, the greatest collaborator I've ever had in my life, 20 years on.
Oh my.
Uh-huh. And an incredible human being, and my friend, Mr. David Maiocco. It is?
It's your birthday. Go Jamie. Go Jamie. Go Jamie. Go Jamie. Go.
I've got the dreams, I've got the style, I've got the moves to make you smile. So kiss my ass goodbye, cause I'm gonna be the one. And when you're old like 33, you'll all remember Jamie B, the kid who learned to fly. Cause I'm gonna kiss the sun. Cause baby, I'm a hit.
You don't even know it.
I'm the
She don't even know it.
I'm the shit.
You don't even know it.
Just a bit.
We don't even know it.
And I've got the love. Yeah, what I got. What I got. Yeah, you have love. You don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know it. You don't even know it. You don't even know it. And you don't even know it. Party in the house! Oh my goodness. Now I need to introduce my three muses. David, you called them Beaman's beauties, didn't you?
I sure did. Because
Uh-huh.
they are, aren't they?
These
Beautiful.
These three divas,
Yes!
near and dear to my heart. I've directed every single one of them, and they're glorious creatures. Right here is Alexandra D'Souza. They'll be back. The beautiful Sierra Ryan. And this one, my friend of 26 years, she's Mishpocha. I'm Kvelling. Goldie DeVere. And look at this, the three of us on a stage for the first time in 20 years. Somebody remembers. My friend. I love you. All right, let's do some things. So, hi. So that opening number is from a little British musical that I love called Everybody's Talking About Jamie. Apropos. Even more apropos, it's the story of an ambitious and talented teenage boy who dreams of becoming a drag diva. So I thought, just for a little tip of the eyelash to that musical and my namesake, I'd do a little, a sensible heel. What do you think? Yeah? I nearly went blind, and I almost died of glue fumes, but they are fabulous. And they're coming off. Yes. Shoe change! Oh, I see you. I see you. Yes, Mr. Rogers. For you youngins out there.
Are there? Oh, there are!
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was a kids' show on PBS in the 60s and 70s. Tom Hanks played him in the movie. No? Okay. Anyway, at the beginning of every episode, Mr. Rogers would come in and he would sit down and he would change from his outside shoes into his inside shoes. Thus the reference. Bye-bye shoes for now. Yes. Actually, Fred Rogers holds a very special place in the heart of my family. First of all, it is so great to see you all. So good. And the same goes for you people at home live streaming this. We so fancy. I love you too. Fred Rogers is very dear to my family because, well, here's the story. My parents met in theater school at Carnegie Tech, which became Carnegie Mellon, and they got married right after graduation. And both my brother and I were born in Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh, PA, shout out. And is Ricky Ritzel here? Is that a Pittsburgh guy? Anyway, Fred Rogers gave my father one of his first professional design jobs. He was a set designer. He hired him to design and paint the original set for Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood for Pittsburgh Public Television. And he was very, very kind to my parents, my young parents with two little kids. Fred was a remarkable human being, very wise, very kind, and he had wonderful things to say. And one of the things he said that really kind of stood out to me about tonight, he said, often when we think we're at the end of something, we're at the beginning of something else. So here I am, in my Clooney years, singing, as Billy Porter would say, in my over 40 keys. At the end of my 58th year, and at the beginning of my something else. Age has a way of creeping up on you. And I often joke that I was always into daddies, and now I am one. Some things are worth waiting for. Some things improve with age. Like a vintage wine growing mellow and fine as you let it reach the proper stage. Well, wine is not alone in getting better with the years. A man is at his greatest when he's graying round the ears. Yes, an older man is like an elegant wine, 'cause he's had the time to mellow and refine. A youth, I'd say, is a Beaujolais, attractive but light, while a man who's mature has the powerful allure of a robust Bordeaux with a sumptuous glow, and that is why the man whom I would like to call mine will be an older man who's like an elegant wine. He'll be strong but smooth, just right to soothe my troubles away. And he'll be warm like the glow that you feel head to toe when you savor the sock of a grand Armagnac. And that is why the man whom I'd like to combine will be an older man who's like an elegant wine. And when I meet him, I'll enchant him, hug him, kiss him, and decant him. And every night when we're at home and it's time for us to dine, there'll be that beautiful older man who's like an elegant wine. Bartender. So, I don't know about you. The last 3 years almost killed me. And I mean literally. It seemed like almost everything I loved or had built my life around was taken away. Whew. And there's a part of me, a big part of me, I don't know about you, but there's a part of me that is still in lockdown, still in the dark, hasn't come out blinking into the light, still trapped, locked away. At the end of the film, The Lion in Winter, Eleanor of Aquitaine, played by Katharine Hepburn, and Henry II, played by Peter O'Toole, are in the dungeon of the castle after a very, very tumultuous evening, to say the least. The sun is coming up, and Catherine turns to Peter, and she says, there's everything in life but hope. And he says, we're both alive. And for all I know, that's what hope is. So that's what tonight is all about. We're still living, so let's have an experience. God help me. Why am I alone tonight when I could be stepping out? Where's the guy, my Mr. Right, who might take me stepping out? It's hell to sit here and moan, immersed in the tone of blue music. Oh well, I'll go it alone and dance to my own exciting new music. There's a terrific band and a real nice crowd, that's what Angie said. Never will understand with the whole evening planned how I got here instead. I defrosted a lamb chop and was going to watch a movie on TV. Now I'm standing under a neon sign, watching it shine on me. There's a terrific band and a real nice crowd, and it'll do me good to get out. It isn't a singles bar, it's only a ballroom, so what am I so nervous about? What if no one asks me to dance? What if someone asks me to dance? What if I catch the next bus? Oh, well, I'll go it alone. Is it a club for boozers, a haven for losers who come to escape the truth? One of those places with painted party faces, full of middle-aged people reliving their youth? Or maybe it's more like a party with colored lights circling the floor, where everything's pretty and dance and dream, and you check your code and cares at the door. Watch me fly, I'll get it right, and you'll agree. There's no doubt I played the fool in love's empty pool, but now, there's a terrific band and a real nice crowd. That's what Angie said. Part of me says go home, but there's another part saying go ahead. And since they're both saying make your mind up, what do you think, Twinkle Toes? What have you got to lose? It's only a night, who cares? Isn't the Matterhorn? It's only a flight of stairs. Why don't you try it? You might even like it. Who knows? Gone with the Wind. But you know what? Big shout out, big thank you. Couldn't be big enough to my friend, my choreographer, Ann Cooley, who staged that number from her garage in Michigan over Zoom. But really, she's been my rock. She just stepped in and said, I love you, I believe in you, what can I do? Come on. I love you and I love Ann. God bless her.
We love Ann.
Was that Ann? I can't see out there.
It was.
Okay.
You got it.
Fantastic.
She's a rock. She's a rockette.
Oh, is she?
She's all of that.
All right.
Yes, she is.
She is, she was, is.
We love you.
All the things. Ann, my God. Oh, all right. Shoe change. Because that's all the tap you get. That's all the tap I got. That was fun. So, back in March, I launched a Substack that I call The Cornfield. Thank you. And since then, I've published upwards of 40 essays, mainly sort of sassy social, cultural critique. Little dissident, something, something. I never thought I would come out as hetero, but heterodox, that is. I added a podcast, which has, according to my lovely friend Michael Kostroff, who keeps it real, 4 listeners. Thanks, Michael. And for tonight, I thought I would appropriate a little song from a canceled operetta by 2 dead white guys, Gilbert and Sullivan, and put my topical spin on it. Because I believe that a culture as tortured as ours needs a little sassy, gay, tough love. If someday I may make some cancellations of my own, I've got a little list. I've got a little list of the culture's creatures that I wish would just leave us alone and who never would be missed. They never would be missed. There's the schmuck still wearing COVID masks outside in rain and snow, who sees you're nodding, shouts, "Listen over it, you know!" The co-eds who regurgitate Foucault and Derrida, those radicals who still reside at home with Ma and Pa, who get their law professors fired instead of studying law. They'll none of them be missed. They'll none of them be missed.
He's got them on the list. He's got them on the list. And they'll none of them be missed. Well, none of them be missed.
There's the gym rat who posts selfies doing CrossFit in a thong. All those flexing egotists, I've got you on my list. And the couples dining out who bring their screaming kids along and won't make them desist. Ooh, I got you on my list. There's the gun nut after every shooting bloodbath who declares, "You'll never take my fucking gun," and then adds thoughts and prayers. The snowflakes who get triggered by each faux pas they can find, their tweets of cancellation followed by hashtag be kind. And splashing soup on paintings, pink-haired climate activists. You'll none of you be missed. You'll none of you be missed.
He's got them on the list. He's got them on the list. And I don't think they'll be missed. I know they won't be missed.
Divorcing stars who air their shitty linen in the courts. All those tacky narcissists. I got you on my list. Lauren Boebert, Taylor Greene, all Karens of the MAGA sort. You'll none of you be missed. Y'all will not be missed. There's the maudlin Oscar winner's speech to fellow A-list stars. In haute couture, they snivel that they're humble. Yes, they are. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, yeah. And me and him and C and Sir and also Fay and Fair. If neo-pronouns blow your skirt up, sweetie, I don't care. Identify as frog, cat, or martini with a twist. I think you get the gist. Listy, listy, list.
You may put them on the list, you may put them on the list, and they'll none of them be missed. Well, none of them be missed.
Did I lose anyone? Yeah? Did you report me? So far, so good. But the night is young.
No cancellation.
What'd you think of my concocted little lyrics there?
Well, I absolutely love them.
Oh my God.
I love them. What do you think? What do you think, live stream? Type it on
Live
the
stream,
list.
right?
Hello,
Right.
everybody. Yeah,
Hello,
we're
live stream.
on TV and in the theater
The
tonight.
entire Liberace fan club is watching. I'm not nearly dressed for that.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
darling.
you are.
Thank you. Coming from you.
Yes, you
I appreciate
are.
that. Hey, so, I spent many hours with a thesaurus and a rhyming dictionary and a lot of marijuana. And it really came out well.
It's brilliant. Really brilliant.
Thank you.
I think you got almost everybody.
Nah, there's still some people left, but I tried to cover both sides. Just bad behavior needs to be called out, don't you think? If you can. Not that we know the difference anymore. So while I was working on that, I came up with a song. Look at this spotlight on my shoes. Thank you, JP. Wow. Yes. While I was working on that one, I was working on a song about triggers.
Triggers.
Yeah. Remember in the Disney Winnie the Pooh, the character of Tigger had a song, right?
Oh, yeah.
The wonderful thing about Tigers is Tigers are a wonderful thing.
thing.
Right.
Yes, I
So
love
I
that.
decided to change Tigger to Trigger. And I'm still working it out. You want to see what I've got?
Sure.
Hear what I've got? Okay.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. So it went the wonderful thing about Tigers is okay. The terrible thing about triggers is triggers are terrible things. They start when someone says
No. Jeez.
What?
Jamie.
What?
Hey.
What?
You're a little bit racist.
Well, you're a little bit too. I guess we're both a little bit racist. Admitting it is not an easy thing to do, but I guess it's true.
Between me and you.
I think everyone's a little bit racist sometimes. Doesn't mean we go about committing hate crimes. Look around and you will find no one's really colorblind. Maybe it's a fact we all should face. Everyone makes judgments based on race. Come on.
Well, everyone's a little bit racist today. Everyone's a little bit racist.
Okay. Ethnic jokes might be uncouth, but you laugh because they're based on truth. Don't take them as personal attacks. I mean, like, really? Everyone enjoys them. So relax.
It's all right. Bigotry has never been exclusively white.
If we all could just admit that we are racist a little bit, and everyone stop being so PC, maybe we could live in
Ebony and ivory live together in perfect
harmony. Oy vey! Am I canceled yet? Okay.
I love your hat.
Thank you very much, darling.
Oh, it's fabulous.
Something simple. You know, I swore I wasn't going to do drag again, but you know. Every time I get out, they pull me back in. Oh, my goodness.
Oh my God.
Speaking of drag, gosh, the last time I performed on this stage, it was 1997. This was Steve McGraw's, and I was Marlene Dietrich, Queen of the World. Shortly after that, I met and got to work with this man over here, Mr. David Maiocco. And together, we made creation, we made work that changed the course of both our lives and raised our game as high as it could possibly go. Now, some of you youngins, if there are any, I don't know if there are. Is that my fan base? I don't know.
We'll check your Twitter and TikTok
Those of
later.
you who were there remember the gay 90s in New York. Broadway, off-Broadway, nightclubs, drag. Kids, I'm sorry you weren't there. Because those were amazing times.
Amazing times.
The girl who used to be me, she could fly. She was free. You could read by the light of her smile. Yes, the girl who used to be me used to go dancing. She's been gone such a long, long while. Let me tell you how it used to be. Come on, I'll take you back to 93, when gay culture conquered NYC. Right time, right place for me. Flawless gestures and her trademark drawl. Jamie Beaman playing Miss Bacall. My cabaret act that began it all. No limit but the sky. When I felt like I could fly. It was real love. Look around and feel love tearing up the floor. Something we loved more than life. This was me. We were children in the night. Every star burned twice as bright. We were tough and we could fight. We held the line. This was me. Every sorrow had a song. Every lost boy could belong. We were young and never wrong. I was divine. This was me. This was me.
Through me, Marlene Dietrich was reborn. And in Berlin we saw 2000 dawn. A magic transformation on my own. Oh God, how good that feels. We were heroes in our heroes. This was me. We were children in the night. Every star burned twice as bright. We were tough and we could fight. We held the line. This was me. So adored and born again. Just a smoking 10 for 10. I was beautiful back then. Yes, I was divine. Let me take you round the bars I knew, the stars I knew, the padded bras I knew, the cobbled alleyways, the ways I knew, the maze I knew, the waifs and strays I knew. Started singing to the way back when, the wishing I could live it all again. Now I pass it on to you.
Are you a transvestite, a drag queen?
No, I'm an actor.
I don't dress like Mr. Dust.
This was me. This was me. This was me. This was me.
I was a pretty girl, Mama. Thank you, darling.
Yes, you are.
Thank you very much. You know, when I announced I was doing a comeback cabaret, the first thing out of many people's mouths was, "Ooh, Marlena, ooh, Lauren." No. First of all, when you've done it the best you're ever going to do it, why would you try to do it again? That's crazy. And I firmly believe that the kind of drag I did, the illusory aspect of it, is a young man's game. Content settle during shipping. I ain't never gonna have no 18 inches again, Miss Scarlett. Oh boy, and this one, the baby face. You were a baby.
I was a baby. It's this work that changed that.
That'll do it.
You guys know.
That'll do
Those
it.
of you who are in the industry, yes.
Yes. But you know what? It's really kind of interesting because, you know, I sort of hung up. Listen, guys, I've done drag all over this country, okay? I've done so many drag parts, whatever. It never leaves you alone. And it gets harder and harder to do. It's a lot of work. But, you know, when I hung up my drags, this one started wearing them himself. He's playing one of the biggest drag queens that ever lived, Liberace. And I'm not kidding. If you have not seen this man in action, he is the definitive Liberace. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
And, you know, his fans are watching on live stream. Hello, ladies.
Hello, ladies.
You know, my mother
almost
used to
bedtime for the
right?
ladies.
Is
Yes.
it? No, stay up. Stay up. There's a little bit more.
They're young girls, you know.
My mother used to say that when Liberace was on television, whatever, all of his fans were women. And moms. They wanted to set him up with a nice girl. He's such a nice boy.
Flashcards, anyone? I don't get it, but you know, it was a different time.
But you're out there, you're killing it.
Yes, thanks a lot. I blame you. Thanks for inspiring me. No, really, thank you. Thank you for
I know.
inspiring. You inspired
That's why you're
me.
in. Oh, thank you.
You did.
Thank
and
you.
I appreciate
well,
that.
one must have respect, and one must have a little bit of. You have to really care about that. That means something to someone. Liberace means something to many, many people. Marlena means something to many people.
Yes,
it's
true.
a responsibility, you know. But you also have to express yourself at the same time. you know? This one just finished his sold-out farewell performances with the brilliant Chuck Sweeney as Peggy Lee
Yes, Lee.
in Palm Springs.
We did.
Flew there at the crack-ass of dawn after our premiere last Thursday.
Yeah, we finished. We came down Thursday night, and I went to a friend's house in Queens, and 5 hours later was on a plane to Palm Springs. And then within 12 hours of that, Bob Mackey was holding my white fuzzy balls in his hands. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Palm
When you
Springs
took them back, were they covered in glitter? Or?
Oh, they're covered in magic now.
Okay, that's enough. Moving on.
That's enough about
But
that.
you know
is
what?
there?
You're not only brilliant artistically and making a wonderful performing career for yourself, which you absolutely need to do, and you need to keep doing this as well.
Well, I'm here.
I dragged it back.
I'm so happy you did. I'm
Thank
honored.
God.
Honored to be here with you.
Thank you, love.
Doing this
Thank
again.
you. 20 years
Good
later.
Lord.
Golly.
And doing yourself.
I've never
You-
done this before, you guys. I've never just been me on stage. Speaking as me, singing as never. I'm always covered in a disguise. Thank you. Thanks, JP.
It's
for the pyrotechnics.
Very difficult
But I
for
was
those
talking-
who haven't done it before. You know,
Well,
to be yourself.
It's scary.
You're an actor and
It's
an
scary
actress.
because, I wish I were Sammy Davis Jr., who was always my idol if I could sound like anybody in the world, Sammy. I was never going to have that voice. And life has a way of doing things to the instrument, and you work with what you've got. Give them what you got. That's what I say. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes, I was talking about you. Aside from his great career, he has a great marriage. One of my favorite marriages. His beautiful husband, Chris, is here tonight. Hello. Yes, Chris.
He's standing up and showing off his.
He's wearing shorts.
Autumnal.
We're all in luck.
He's in orange and tan. Halloween in Connecticut. Orange,
Now-
tan.
Your
you
corner
doing?
of Connecticut. Your corner of Connecticut. So how long have you guys been together, actually?
Oh gosh, it's been 34 years we've known each other. We've been married for 12. He got married to a woman for 18 of those years and had a wonderful child. So I have a stepson, which is great. But he came back. So, you know, it's like a dog that
Second
runs
time
away
around.
from home and comes back. It's really good dog.
Oh!
Woof.
Okay. Is he smiling? Okay. Wow. Wow. Yeah, well, my ex and I were together for 16 years.
Oh,
and I have been singled longer than that. I have been single now for almost 2 decades.
I can't believe that.
I said single, not dead.
Oh!
Okay. You know what Joan Crawford said? She said, I need sex for my complexion, but I'd rather do it for love. I may be too old to run a mile.
Run a mile?
Yes, run a mile. But there's one thing I still do very well. Maybe more than one. I may be too old to climb a stile.
Climb a style.
Yes, climb a stile. But there's one thing at which I still excel. Although my hair is turning gray.
Turning.
Okay. I still believe it when I say,
Well, what do you say?
it's never too late to have a fling. For autumn is just as nice as spring. And it's never too late to fall in love.
A boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo. It's never too late to wink an eye. I'll do it until the day I die. And it's never too late to fall in love.
Boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo.
If they say I'm too old for you, well, I shall answer, why, sir? One never drinks the wine that's new.
The old wine tastes much nicer. A gentleman never feels too weak to pat a pink arm or pinch a cheek. And it's never too late to fall in love.
Says who?
Says me.
Says you?
Says we.
Says both of us together. It's never too late to whisper words, considering ways of bees and birds. And it's never too late to fall in love.
Wackadoo, wackadoo, wackadoo.
It's never too late to flirt and coo. A fiddle that's old is more in tune, and it's never too late to fall in love.
Wackadoo, wackadoo, wackadoo. The modern artist of today may paint their pictures faster, but when it comes to skill, I say,
you can't beat an old master.
never too late to blow a kiss, especially, what is it? At a time like this, and it's never too late to fall in.
I say it's never too late
That's
to fall in.
never too late to fall in love. Now this, right? It's never too late to blow a kiss, especially at a time like this. And it's never too late to fall in love.
Bodie-o, bodie-o, bodie-o. It's never too late for fun and larks. A jolly old flame's got lots of sparks. And it's never too late to fall in love.
Bodie-o, bodie-o-dee-o-do.
The modern buildings that you see are often most alarming, but I am sure you'll all agree
A ruin can be charming. It's never too late to be a pro.
experience counts a lot, you know.
And it's never too late to fall in. Never too late to fall in. Never too late to fall in love. Ooh, I'm still sore.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
That was fun.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that was fun. Okay, now we're gonna shift gears. Oh boy. That song was from The Boyfriend. Do you remember The Boyfriend? Yeah. That was one of my mother's favorite musicals, and my parents collected LPs. My father had 2,000 Broadway cast albums when he passed. They're at the Goodspeed Musicals Library. Shout out to Goodspeed. My mother used to put The Boyfriend on because it was happy music, and she would play it when she vacuumed and dusted and cleaned the house. And I got to play Tony in The Boyfriend when I was 14 in her teen musical theater workshop at her grassroots homegrown passion project, her school called The Acting Place in Beverly, Mass, in our hometown, above a beauty parlor. Thank God. So, I spent 5 months in the very darkest time of lockdown in 2020 in my one-bedroom apartment in New York here, living with my mom, who had dementia and needed full-time care. I mean, 24/7 in a little box. Nothing could have prepared me for the agony of seeing the person I knew the best and loved the most, losing her memory of everything, including me. She passed away last year at the Actors Fund home, where she was well cared for, peacefully in her sleep on Mother's Day. Once an actress, always an actress. When my parents broke up, I was a little young to be put in the role of confidant. But Mom was my friend. There was nothing I couldn't say to Mom. And she told me that when I was born, and my parents' marriage was already faltering, she was alone in her hospital room, holding the teeny tiny little infant me. And she said, she looked down at me, and she said, "You and me against the world, kid." You and me against the world. Sometimes it feels like you and me against the world. When all the others turn their backs and walk away, I will be the one to stay. Remember when the circus came to town and you were frightened by the clown? Wasn't it nice to be around someone that you knew? Someone who was big and strong and looking out for you and me against the world. Sometimes it feels like you and me against the world. And for all the times we cried, I always felt the odds were on our side. One of us is gone, and one of us is left to carry on, then remembering we'll have to do. Our memories alone will get us through. Think about the days of me and you, of you and me against the world. Love you, Mom. Well, that wasn't difficult at all. The Oscar-winning actress on the red carpet, scolding all of us that if we don't buy a ticket to her mediocre film, we're racist or misogynist or both. Broadway actors who require intimacy coordinators, sensitivity advisors, and affinity spaces in order to cope with the strain of their six-figure jobs in theater. The 22-year-old Disney princess on the picket line, surrounded by out-of-work writers and background players, demanding every penny coming to her for, quote, standing around in a dress all day, unquote. Tone deaf much? The world for some years has been sodden with tears on behalf of the acting profession. Each star playing a part seems to expect a Purple Heart. It's unorthodox to be born in a box, but it needn't become an obsession. For my part, my life can't be all bad if I'm strutting my stuff at the Triad. When I think of physicians and mathematicians who don't earn a quarter the dough, when I look at the faces of people in Macy's, There's one thing I'm burning to know. Why must the show go on? It can't be all that indispensable. To me, it really isn't sensible on the whole to play a leading role whilst fighting back tears you can't control. Why kick up your legs while draining the dregs of sorrow's bitter cup? Because you have read some idiot has said the curtain must stay up. I'd like to know why a star takes vows, having just returned from burying her spouse. Brave little Zoomers, go home and dry your tears. Gallant old boomers, you poured us all for years. And if you don't blue, wet through and thoroughly woe-begone, why must the show go on? I'm triggered. Why must the show go on? We are asked to condole with each tremulous soul who steps out to be loudly applauded. Stars on opening nights weep when they see their names in lights. Though people who act as a matter of fact are financially amply rewarded, it seems in pursuit of their calling, their suffering simply appalling. But butchers and bakers and candlestick makers get little applause for their pains. When I think of miners and waiters in diners, my query forever remains. Why must the show go on? The rule is surely not immutable. It might be wiser and more suitable just to close if you are in the throes of personal grief and private woes. Why stifle a sob while doing your job when, if you use your head, you go out and grab a comfortable cab and go right home to bed because you're not giving us much fun. This laugh, clown, laugh routine's been overdone. Hats off to show folk for smiling when they're blue, but more comme il faut folk are sick of smiling through. And if you're so old, too old, and most of your teeth have gone, why must the show go on? I sometimes wonder, why must the show go on? Why must the show go on? Now why not announce the closing night of it? The customers seem to hate the sight of it, dear, and so if you were to go, such grips and grief that let's start that again.
We're going back to the key change. You want to go back?
We can always edit in post. Here we go.
We're going.
Why must the show go on? Why not announce the closing night of it? The public seem to hate the sight of it, dear, and so why you should undergo such personal strain we'll never know. We know that you're sad, we know that you've had a lot of storm and strife, but is it quite fair to ask us to share your dreary private life? We know you're trapped in a gilded cage, but for heaven's sake, act your fucking age! Stop being gallant and don't be such a bore. Pack up your talent, there's always plenty more. And if you're too old and most of your teeth have gone, why must the show go on? I'm merely asking, why must the show go on? Sorry, live streamers. You know what? Noel Coward was the master. He was the master. I had those lyrics this afternoon. You know I did. Live theater.
It's all about the live theater.
Embrace imperfection. That's what I say. I'm a recovering perfectionist, as my friends know, and it's a terrible thing to be. It really, really is. There's no perfect. There isn't. Next.
Just perfection in the imperfection.
Perfection.
Yeah,
Oh, I know what's next. Oh, God. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, in the same vein, but on a more serious tone. March of 2020. I was playing the lead in La Cage aux Folles at a fabulous theater in Florida. It was the first time I'd ever been offered a role without an audition. It was my 4th Lacage. Fabulous production. We got 8 performances, and then state of emergency, lockdown. Went back to New York, went into lockdown. In the past 3 years, I've gotten to do 2 stage parts. The last one was this summer, a dream part, Fagin in Oliver. We got 2 weeks of shows and then canceled. Everyone got COVID. Fucking COVID. Oh, man. You know, even in the best of times, most of us actors rarely get to do the work that we love. And yet, we continue to chase it. The movie Limelight is about the friendship between a young dancer, played by Claire Bloom, and an aging vaudevillian, Charlie Chaplin. There's a moment in the movie where Claire turns to Charlie and she says,
I thought you hated the theater.
I hate the sight of blood, but it's in my veins. Loving you is not a choice, it's who I am. Loving you is not a choice, and not much reason to rejoice. But it gives me purpose, gives me voice to say to the world, this is why I live. You are why I live. Loving you is why I do the things I do. Loving you is not in my control. But loving you, I have a goal for what's left of my life. I will live, and I would die for you. Whew. And you know, when you can't get a job, you make a show. My mother used to get these grand ideas, and she would say, let's do it. What's the show? What can we sell? Oh, man. What a gift. What a birthday gift. Wow. I'm telling you, I highly recommend, lyrics and all. Oh, gosh. Well, you know what? It takes a village. It really, really does. And I couldn't have done this without some people, so I got to thank some people, and it's well worth listening to me list them off. First, I want to thank Peter Martin, Jean Castle, everyone here at Triad Theatre. Beautiful space. It's a little theater for a little actor. Thank you, and thank you to everybody here. You've been just graceful and lovely and treated everybody so well. Thank you so much. And I want to thank the wizard on lights and sound, Mr. J.P. Perrault. Yes. He's really the real deal. He's the real deal. I have to thank, most importantly, really, but I'm going to thank him now, my Indiegogo campaign contributors, all 39 of you. Some of you are here, some of you are at home watching this, most especially my family, especially my brother Alex and my sister Patricia. They kept my lights on. They made sure this happened. And they're the best family I could ask for. Love you. And the kids, hello. I have to thank Ann Cooley again. Ann we reconnected. Yes, Ann Cooley. Ann and her fabulous husband, Gordon, and I reconnected after all of the mishigas of COVID and everything, and they're getting multiple degrees and just making things fabulous in the world. And they happened to be in town. We got together. We got ripped to the tits drunk. And in the course of that, I explained what I was trying to do with this show, and I wanted to do a tap number, and Ann goes, oh, I have to do it. I said, you're drunk. But she remembered the next day, and man, what a friend you are, and what a talent. Thank you so much, Ann. I love you. I love you. More. I want to thank 3 of the women who just give me life and give me pride in my new work, really, as a director, and trust me and believe in me. And they are extraordinary, and they shouldn't be singing backup for anybody. But they're singing for me, Alexandra DeSouza, Sierra Ryan, and Goldie DeVia. Thank you. Oh, man. I want to thank my friends in the cabaret press, Scott Barbarino, Jed Ryan, Stephen Mosier. You guys, every magical photograph of me as Marlena and Lauren Bacall, Stephen Mosier took. Yes, we have history. Thank you for helping me plug my show and for believing in me and for giving me a chance to promote. It really was very generous and lovely to be welcomed back. Oh, yes. And of course, I need to thank the genius musicians up here. I mean, come on. They said yes. And I paid them in advance to make sure that they would be here. Oh my God. The heartthrob of the cabaret world. The one and only Mr. Matt Sharfglass on bass. And this one, is there nothing he can't do? He did a costume change. Look at this sparkle.
I know, the shirt.
Takes a strong man to wear a shirt like that. Thank you so much, David Silliman. We'll always have those bongos. Woo! And you know what? Gosh. I'm going to start my shoe change because I'm about to cry. Hold on one second. I'm going to do a shoe change. Because why not? There's no way that I could adequately thank this man over here. I would not have wanted to do this without him, and I'm not really sure I could have, because there's a magic that happens between us when we work, and it was still there 20 years later. Really extraordinary. And you know, David and I, we've been going through it lately.
Oh, yeah.
These are not easy times.
We've seen the stuff hit the fan thing.
He lives in Connecticut, so that was hard. He's Liberace sometimes, and that, you know,
sometimes
he's got to go off and be yes. Give your fans something. And his husband, Chris, God love you. You made space for me in your lives. They're complicated lives, and you made space for me to do this project, and I couldn't thank you enough for that. And David, you're a genius.
I think you are.
Okay.
Maybe we should keep working together, huh?
Yeah, I think we should. You know, there's a thing with people, you know, who do many, many things, who are talented and do many things. You know, there comes a point where you get really known for something like I did with the drag, and you just have to kind of say, no more. I got to do something else. But, you know, we have to be all the things. Right, David?
That's right, James.
So let's book this in Puerto Vallarta, because I need to get out of here in the winter. Come on.
I know a few people.
Hook me up. All right. So, my shoe lit up. What do you think? Let's get the other one going too. All right. So listen. just to wrap that up, God, this is long, I'm sorry. I have been making a self-deprecating joke recently as I've struggled to convince myself that this was a good idea. I was like, why am I doing that? Why am I doing this? And I'm not kidding, guys. I had an epiphany today. I realized something. I have been told in the past 3 years by some, I'm sure, very passionate, committed young people, half of my age and younger. I've been told to my face that I had a good run, that I don't get it, and that it's time, because I have a certain kind of privilege of some kind, for me to be quiet and to slink off into the wings and make way. And then I thought, we have lost, in the past year or so, a handful of some of the most brilliant men who did what I do, who plus or minus 5 years of me, people like Michael McGraw, my beautiful Jay Rogers, brilliant Stephen Lutvak, who had only just started what he was doing. I mean, Gentleman's Guide, come on. Brad Bradley, phenomenal dancer, lovely man who I toured with and shared a dressing room with for 2 years on the road with the First National of Spamalot. Gone. And I know they had more to give. They had a lot more to give. But they're up there now. And I'm still here, to quote Mr. Sondheim. And I'll decide when it's time. Part of tonight was in hope that some youngins were here or watching at home. I'm not trying to pick on you, children. But some of us have been there, done that. You didn't invent it. And we're here to help and to mentor and inspire. And that's our job at this age in this business. And as gay people. I had a gay mentor or two, thank God. Some people who survived the play. Come on now. So I'm not dead. I am not dead. So I'm going to finish my little rambling monologue here by quoting two other defiant queens that I admire. The first is Harvey Fierstein. Harvey Fierstein said, "Never allow yourself to be bullied into silence. Never let anyone turn you into a victim. Don't let anyone define yourself. You define yourself." And the other one is Gore Vidal. Talk about an angry queen. Brilliant, though. Gore Vidal said, "Style is knowing who you are, what you want to say, and not giving a damn." I'm sentimental, so I walk in the rain. I have some habits even I can't explain. Could walk to the corner and wind up in Spain. But why try to change me now? I sit and daydream. I've got daydreams galore. Cigarette ashes, there they go on the floor. Go away for the weekend, leave my keys in the door. But why try to change me now? Why can't I be more conventional? People talk, people stare, so I tried. That's not for me, 'cause I can't see my kind of crazy world go passing me by. So let people wonder if a circus hit town. You know I love you till the moon's upside down. Don't you remember? I was always your clown. But why try to change me? You'll never change me. Why try to change me now?
Hey everyone, Jamie Beaman. Jamie Beaman.
Nobody can tell ya there's only one song worth singing. They may try and sell ya, 'cause it hangs them up to see someone like you. But you gotta make your own kind of music, sing your own special song. If nobody else sings along,
You're gonna be knowing the loneliest kind of lonely. It may be worth going just to do your things, the hardest thing to do.
but you gotta make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. So if you cannot take my hand, and if you must be going, I will understand. Bye. Okay. Yes, David Sullivan. Make your own kind of music, sing your own favorite song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. Make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. You guys, thank you for the best birthday ever. Thanks to everyone here and everyone at home live streaming. I love you. David Silverman, Matt Chudley, David Maiocco, Alexander Dusu, Sierra Wright, Goldie DeVere. Let's take a bow, ladies. It's a big one. Here we go. Stay tuned, stay strong. I love you. Thank you.
Hey everyone, Jamie Beaman.
Wow.
Wow.
And there it was. And there it was.
I
my
love
God.
all the comments, you guys. Thank you for all of that affirmation. Yeah, I'm so glad my cam wasn't on because I was a hot mess for a couple of those moments. I was like, yeah, I hadn't done that, because you kind of can't lose your shit when you're singing You and Me Against the World on stage. You got to do it, So I got it all out. I got it all out. That was so much fun. So much fun.
Was amazing. It was an amazing experience. And yes, Eden, 6 cameras. I love you too, Chris Collette. Oh my God. This has been, and yes, and the other Chris, my Chris is here, sitting here. We've been watching and enjoying.
Sir.
Alex,
are you wearing those shorts?
There she is. There she is.
Are you wearing those shorts, Christian Offrio? He was wearing these shorts.
It's too cold. I'm in long pants.
Okay. Hey, listen, this was the end of October, y'all.
I'm in short,
like abbreviated
shirt, but
shorts.
Long pants. It's too cold.
All right.
Well, we have
season.
like this winter storm brewing outside. Can you hear the waves crashing on the house?
I can't, but I'm hoping it's looking like it's just going to be rain. It's going to be rain.
Brutal, though. Yeah, it's rain. It's warm, but it's like I think 60 mile an hour wind.
You guys,
cold. We're shaking here.
That's not good. That's not good.
It's all good.
That and the hatches.
We did, and I don't have to fly tomorrow, so I'm good.
Well, that's good. I don't know how you do what you do. I hate to fly.
Well, I changed. I had a good trip to Miami tomorrow, but
hey, Don,
I switched it out. So
Don's from Pittsburgh. He lives in Connecticut now. I didn't know that.
Go Pittsburgh. I mean, I wasn't in Pittsburgh very long. My brother and I were both born there, but I went back there many times. And I toured through there as well. It's a great town. Listen, guys, I got verklempt mainly because I think everybody's got a story. I sat here with this, watching this, knowing that people were watching it, which is strange. You guys do this all the time, but this is strange for me. And I thought, everybody's got an amazing story in them. And if you're a storyteller and you've got an amazing story, and you're lucky enough to have a place and a way to tell that story, you should do it. No regrets. You don't want any regrets. Regrets are empty calories. As I heard somebody brilliant say. I don't know who it was. But you know,
do you think now though that we've inspired a bunch of people to tell their story and get up on that stage and make their own kind of music too?
I know people are, and Cabaret nightclub is having an amazing resurgence. I know this because I've been back in it, and Christopher Collette, you were talking about. I mean, the show we just did at the Beachman, and amazing work. We did this extraordinary benefit on Sunday for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital at Delta Mama, which was completely the brainchild and the task, the job, the huge project of Goldie DeVere, who's the hostess with the mostest. And she put together an incredible lineup of 15 singers, like, them all. And we even had Santa Claus. We had wonderful Michael Walters as Santa, and we raised a bunch of money
Michael,
for
I
kids.
love Michael.
Michael's
is the
amazing. Most amazing Santa. I mean, I'm just saying.
He's the most precious Santa face. I mean, it is that loving, warm, rosy cheek, but sweet face, a little bit stern, and yet just so loving.
Because his husband-to-be, Doug, is a master hair person, a wig person, and made the costume for him. You guys just check out Michael Walters.
Doug does my wigs for Liberace.
Does he?
Yes, he does. So it's like he does Leah Michelle's wigs for Funny Girl, and he does Liberace wigs.
Drop something. Something. No, they're a great pair. They're a great pair, and it was such a great night on Sunday. I just saw Alex DeSouza and her wonderful singing partner Richard Binda Suze. They do this hypnotic, mesmerizing, incredible. They've been singing together for 8 years, and they create these mashups of songs that are so ingenious, and then they blend. These two voices are so in symbiosis. It was just so incredible to see them. And Alex was the beautiful, tall
a diva. Even in my 4-inch platforms, I came up to here on Alex D'Souza. She is a goddess.
It
I'm
happens.
just saying. Oh gosh, no, I'm really enjoying being back out there, and I think there's something more personal.
So Eden was at the show.
Yes, Eden.
Hello, Eden. Love that. I love that you were at the show. And Goldie. So sorry you're not feeling well. Everybody send Goldie some love. Click those hearts. Click the hearts for love.
Goldie, how are you
Goldie's
feeling?
She's like Miss Adelaide.
Are you all right? Are you feeling better? I hope you had some tea and...
A diva can develop a cough. Yeah.
So, you know, I did anybody, I mean, I don't know. Are there people asking questions? Because mostly people are cavelling over the show, and I'm so glad, you know, and I have some family that is tuned in. Hi, Patricia. Sharon Ware, I love you, love you.
Patricia
Sharon Ware was my mother's best friend, and she flew in to see the show live, and she's just
I met Sharon. I did meet Sharon.
Yeah.
I met her after the show.
Jan.
And she said, she said, now will Jamie be coming out? I was like, he'll definitely be coming out to see you. I promise you.
I didn't know she came in expressly to see the show, and she's known me since I was 12 years old, 11, 12 years old.
And Ann Cooley's in the house.
You know, you guys, Ann Cooley and I are we're kind of kinfolk because she's indomitable, you know. I'm a tough little terrier. My confidence has been sorely tested. My optimism is sorely tested for a while. But like Anne has reinvented herself so many times, and each iteration is something else that's genius. I just saw her Christmas in the Air at the Borgata in Atlantic City. She brought all her Rockette magic to it, but also all of her amazing choreography. She has this Christmas shopping number that is not to be missed if you can get out there and see it before Christmas is over. Christopher Collette has a question.
Oh,
okay.
Go ahead.
So we are waiting for that question. And Sharon says hello again.
Hi, Sharon.
Beautiful, gorgeous Sharon. And
y'all, Sharon was my mom's bestie. Oh, thank you, Marilyn. Oh, what size does she wear? She wants to borrow my shoes. Which ones? The big ones?
I claim the light up sneakers.
The light up sneakers?
Marilyn,
you can get your own on
Marilyn
Amazon.
Can have the bedewelled pumps. Now, how many brain cells did you lose gluing those shoes?
Oh my God. Well, you know, I'm one of these people. It's like when I'm nervous, or if I have writer's block, I need things like small, intricate things, and I just get stoned and I just focus on it. And tweezers and glue. I put 4 gross of rhinestones on those shoes by hand with glue. I wanted them to be kind of a symbol of all the years of walking in heels and the glitter. And of course, it's a tribute to everybody's talking about Jamie, because at the beginning of the movie, his mom gives him a pair of heels for his birthday.
I love that.
Christopher Collette.
So here is Christopher Collette's question. I love how, like, especially when extremely talented, mind-blowing performers ask questions that are so authentic and humble. And go for it, Jamie. You got this.
Hopefully answerable. What's the best advice for navigating this landscape for someone who is entering the cabaret nightclub business, let's say in a more mature age, and just getting started? Well, the way I feel about it is this. There's a social aspect to cabaret. It's a great community of people, as we found out on Sunday night. I mean, I was reminded of when 9/11 happened. I was here, and the people in the street, the cabaret people in the street, gathered outside Don't Tell Mama at 46th Street with lit candles, singing. It's a great community. You got to be out there, and you are, Chris. I know you, so I know that you're out there. You want to get to know people, because the more you get to know them, the more you collaborate, the more support you get, the more you learn about what works. Also, know that you're going to spend money that you're not going to get back. And for this show, I had to do crowdfunding because I didn't have it. And I felt like if I don't do this, it's now or never. I've got to find a way to do it. But yeah, don't put yourself in a position where you're just worrying about money all the time. Because musicians always get paid. It's one of the mantras. It's one of my mantras. It's like, it's just the truth. It's not even a mantra. It's just an eternal verity.
Not this one. Oh, sorry.
Hey, wait a minute. Do I have an outstanding balance? No. What I'm saying is.
Oh no, I do have to say yes. No, I was paid in full for this. My God, Jamie went over the top, and thank you to all of your support for doing that. It was just very funny because musicians,
But what I'm saying is, at the end of the night, no matter who came and how many covers you brought in, you got to pay those guys. And so it's an expensive hobby. I will say this. There were nights, I had a 4-piece band when I was at the Firebird as Marlene Dietrich, and wearing a $3,000 costume and fox furs that I picked out myself at Kaufman First. I mean, that's why I went into bankruptcy. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm just saying there were nights I didn't have cab fare. So that's the dark side. The upside is, and the reason I'm back in cabaret and I'm very passionate about it, and I shouldn't have been so, dismissive or frightening in that way. It's a place you can get up on stage and do your thing for an audience that is accessible, really accessible. And you can do it the way you want it. It's intimate in a way that nothing else is. And you can craft it any way you want. I recommend having a director, but I never did. So I'd be a hypocrite to say that you have to have one. You definitely need a musical director who understands interpretation, not just music, not just a great musician, but somebody who will feel it with you and will know, because it is so intimate in it, and your interpretation of a song, which is what every diehard cabaret maven lives for, hearing something as if for the first time, because it's so personal, it's so unique. So I would say get out there and see what's going on, meet people, socialize, go to the things. Yeah, Lamont said cabaret is the most expensive hobby ever. And she was a star. I mean, she was a star. Don't get involved in the competition for this or that recognition or this or that, whatever. Bring press in when you're ready for press. You're going to perform for your friends at first. But you must do it. If you feel you have to do it, you must do it. And it is accessible. It is something that you can find a way to do. Hey, Val. Thank you so much. Thank you. You know what? I just felt like, a lot of, she was saying that, that there was a grace to telling my story and sharing my story. There was a vulnerability in this for me that I've never felt on stage before. And I'm a connected actor. But I'm tired of the gridlock of thought and feeling and the tortured type thing that we are all living through in this culture. It's unnecessary. It's decadent. It is indication of a corroded core of a society that these petty things that we're all just, I don't want to go to a dark place, but where's the joy? Where's the joy? You're choosing new ways to be a person in the world. You're choosing new ways to express gender, to express, to dress. This should be a time of innovation. It should be like it was in the 90s. We had just come through the horror of AIDS. And those of us who were here, we were like, and the theater was like, yeah, we'll give you Angels in America. And yeah, we'll give you Love, Al, Compassion. And yeah, we'll give you Kiss of the Spider Woman all in the same week. And there was room for every drag performer, everybody, every kind of drag. And all the clubs I played, I don't know about you, David Maiocco, but all the clubs I played, except for Don't Tell Mama, still going stronger than ever, really.
Yeah,
they're all gone. Gone. Because people don't fucking go out. Go out, children, and leave the phone at home. I mean, stop talking to somebody who's 5 feet away from you. That's why we had fun. Our music was fun. Our culture was fun. The straight people liked it. You know what I mean? It's like we shared it.
You went out and you took a chance. You took a chance. You didn't have to know every detail on your phone and everything. And this was going to be exactly that. You went out, you took a chance. What if I catch the next bus? Basically, literally stepping out. We were stepping out back then. We were going out. And what if somebody asked me to dance? What if nobody asked me to dance? Or the other way around, but
or you just danced in a big group. I don't know what you children are doing now, but I tell you what, if we wanted to meet people, and I was a club kid in the 80s. I mean, Roxy, Palladium, the Saint every Saturday night for a year, Sound Factory Bar, Tunnel. I mean, well, CB's, my goodness, you needed a wet wipe just to walk through the door. I mean, that place was just, God knows what the bacteria was like, but we all went out. And see, this is the part of it. I don't understand this young generation. I'm not going to lecture too much. I'll save that for my Substack. But I don't understand this weird thing of you have to be a certain way in this certain kind of space and blah, 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 blah. Everybody was at the clubs. I'll tell you why. That's where you heard the music first. Because we didn't have streaming.
Right.
Okay. It was going to come out on the radio or it was going to be released a single at a time. I thought I hadn't seen Madonna and I knew the words to Borderline. Like I hadn't even seen her yet. I thought she was a black girl. And when I saw her with the white blonde hair,
we all did. That's what we all thought. She was from Detroit. We all thought that. And we didn't know until the cover of the album. It was so different.
It's interesting. I mean, I remember speaking to my older friends, and much older friends who were at Paradise Garage in 54 and the clubs that were like in a warehouse and you had to just hear from somebody that it was going to happen because whatever, and then the devastation of that generation. I think our generation, I'm an 80s, I came of age in the 80s. We wanted to keep that going. We wanted to keep it going because it meant that we were still alive and we could get through and all that stuff. But the best music was the gay clubs and everybody was there. Every color, every creed, every age. People had personas. I mean, you guys talk about your Caesar and your whatever, and you have these personas you've created. You just don't have anywhere to be them. So you're on your TikTok, lecturing people about how to address you. The club kids, they look just like you. And they had names. They had personas, I mean, if I could think of the Kabuki Starshine and I mean, that whole Suzanne Bart entourage, like, you missed it. Make your own. I hear out in Bushwick there's some stuff going on, but I don't know.
Hey, Steve Aaron.
Hi,
hello.
Steve Aaron.
How are you?
Yes, fellow man of a certain age. Good.
Steve and Tommy were very good friends. Are very good friends. And yes,
Tommy, my partner in crime at the old La Cage at the Blue Angel. I could tell the stories. No, he's good. He was a good egg. He's a hardworking little terrier like me. Fabulous, unforgettable Judy. Oh, P.S. Speaking about unforgettable, I can't wait, you guys. I'm going, so please come with me on the 16th of December next weekend. At the Triad, that gorgeous little theater where you just were with me. This one, David Maiocco, Liberace, par excellence. We all thought that he and Chuck Sweeney, who I've known forever, and is the best Peggy Lee, the best. These two have a show still called Lee Squared that I was at one of the early performances of, and boy, did it turn into something spectacular.
You were at the first New York performance of it.
Was I?
You were at the first New York performance. Yeah, we did like 2 Connecticut tryouts. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, these guys have one more show. We thought it was over in the desert. They went out to Palm Springs around the time that we were doing our show and gave their farewell performance, which turned into 2 farewell performances to the rafters. And they're going to be at the Triad next weekend at what time? On the 16th?
9:30, way past
9:30,
most of our bedtime.
Yeah, that's another thing, people. Carry some mace.
Perry some pepper spray. 9:30 is not that late to start a show.
Yeah, come see us. It
Okay.
is really the very final Liberace and Peggy Lee tour. Although
Yeah.
Liberace and Peggy Lee will still be performing and going on, but it's our last duo show. We've run it pretty hard through.
Now, are you live streaming the show
States
as well?
Yes, we are. So we're going to have the same camera setup that you just had for this gorgeous show that you did.
Mhm.
John De Palma, hello, darling. How are you? He's got a question for you.
What does he ask? John De Palma asks, why do you think some of us get less brave as we get older? I did cabaret shows in the 90s and was fearless. You inspired me to rethink my hesitations around performing. Good. Yes. Don't hesitate. We did it back then because we were young and stupid. And we didn't know any better. We did, as my mother said, my mother started a theater company after she kicked my father out, and she was raising 3 kids and holding down a mortgage, and she got a $250 IRS refund check, and she said, how can I turn this into a theater company? And she threw a garden party. She used the $250 to cater it, and by the time the evening was over, she had enough to open a theater company and put a down payment on a space. And people would ask her, what made you think you could do that? And she always said, I didn't know I couldn't. I think we get older and we think that we think too much about it, and we worry about people not being as good as we used to be. And in some ways, I'm not as good as I used to be, and that's okay too. That's okay too. I think we become different things. We go through passages in life. What's your passage right now? I just think people our age are super interesting because, like John McWhorter always says, he said, we're the last generation that saw all the movies. Think about that. He said, we saw all the movies. We saw all the old movies. We saw all the right? We were latchkey kids, right? We didn't sit around. We didn't have a phone. If you wanted to know something, you had to go to the library. You had to seek out culture. You had to seek out friends, like-minded people, right? You had to make things or it wasn't going to happen. Now, it used to be, New York used to be much, much more accessible for self-production because there were way more spaces. They were not as expensive. There was an audience. And there was a scene. Like, I was commuting from Boston for 3 months, once a week, Monday nights, 9 o'clock at Don't Tell Mama, for 2 people, as Lauren Bacall, didn't know what the hell I was doing, right? But there was a scene going on, and there were so many other people. So, people came to see me. And Randy Allen came to see me up in Provincetown and took me under his wing and taught me how to do it well. And inspired me, There was a scene, we were all going to each other's shows. Wigstock happened. That was a whole thing about celebration of drag. And there was a climate for it. And I think right now, a lot of people our age are not very brave because we're a target for certain kinds of people who enjoy taking people down. And I think if you enjoy taking people down, you're not worthy of anybody's consideration or tolerance or respect. Period. End of sentence. If you can't be who you are, you see me. This is it. Okay, I was told in college that I was a flaming queen, and if I didn't butch it up, I wasn't going to be an actor. And this is from gay teachers. So I learned how to be characters and create disguises, but it's like there's so much emphasis right now about this is my identity. All right, do a one-person show. Be that person. Be creative about it instead of saying, here I am and you will this, because you know what? Get in line. That's how I feel about that. So what I say to you about the bravery of being older, what do you got to lose? That's why I mentioned people at the end of that show, and I didn't plan to do that. I just thought time is short. We just passed the anniversary of Jen Maxwell passed away. She was my neighbor for 17 years. She was my age. And I think around the same time, there was a trio of them, Maren Maisie and Rebecca Luker. I mean, just boom, boom, boom in their 50s.
All gone.
Ick. You know, I mean, when are you going to do it? Just do it. And if you need help, call me. I'm a really wonderful director and I'm not expensive.
Plug.
And I love it. I love it.
And John's
I'm
amazing.
rambling.
John is phenomenal. I think the bravery literally is what looks like one of those, those hurdles on the high school track field when you're running at it when you get to this age.
Yeah.
And then if you just shake it out, blink it out, see how much hair still stayed in your head when you shook it, and then jump. It's only this big. It's nothing to be afraid of. Right. It's really an opportunity to do something new now and next. At our age, we have something to say. We have something to say, and the only way that we really don't get hurt is by going into it with fear and trepidation and not going all the way. So, I
think you need to know what you want to say. I think you know what you want to do. And I think one of the things, like David Maiocco here, I mean, he's always been a brilliant musician, always. And there's a mastery that you achieve at a certain age. And if you're still able to do it, I mean, that, for me, those are the people I look up to. When I was in college, shortly after Ian McKellen came out in the 80s, which was a big deal, he came and spoke at BU. And that story alone, I was amazed. But what a long career that he has had. And the reason for that is he allowed himself to age. We can't be afraid of aging. And, taking care of somebody with dementia, I'll tell you. While you still got your wits about you and you're still ambulatory, just do it. Just do it. I used to be a really powerhouse singer, and I used to be a Pilates teacher and super fit and all of those things. And I have to say, and I've always been very knowledgeable because that's what we did in my house. My parents were super, super knowledgeable. But I don't know. I could be very arrogant, I could be very sort of, I wasn't allowed to have fun because I was worrying too much about what people thought of me and impressing people. And now I just want people to enjoy their lives and enjoy this time in their life and celebrate and tell their stories, even if they sound like a rickety old guy on a porch, like I just did talking about the club scene. Oh, children, I wish you were there. But honestly, you don't know. This is like Thornton Wilder's Our Town, right? And Emily, at the end, when she's leaving the earth and saying goodbye to the earth, she says, does anybody realize life while they live it every minute? She's given a chance to go back to her mother's kitchen and just have a normal, ordinary moment from her childhood with her family.
Jamie, you did freeze.
Yeah.
And
I know. Everything's freezing.
Brooke has, I have to agree with Brooke. What a perfect shot to be frozen.
End.
Your voice didn't freeze, though.
I know. I kept talking, but that's nothing new.
And
I don't know how to make it not freeze, but hold on. Well, we should wrap it up anyway.
Yeah, we have to wrap it up. But I think let's see. You're refreshing. Well, you asked me if it was okay to do Wi-Fi, and anytime I do my guests on my shows, I never say it's okay. But I don't know. I just felt like, we had our sound check. We talked for a half hour, just there, and you're back, and Michelle Mercado-Chimkin, one of the most lovely ladies with her gift shop and support of all of us artists, most gorgeous and wonderful friend,
and so generous,
with
all of your praise. What's next on the horizon? She asks. I don't know. I don't know. There's auditions are picking up, so that's kind of nice. I've had a couple of. I did a dance call the other day for Kiki Boots, and I was like, so I need to get back into class. I think at least virtually. What's on the horizon? You know what? We will see. I've been working with David Rhodes. He's a wonderful actor and singer, really interesting performer, and he's got a new show that he's going to be putting together that he's going to take to London, and maybe I can pitch in on that. I worked with him on his Sondheim show last year. I don't know. I'm for high. I started a graphic business because I've been doing it anyway.
Yes, yes, you did. Tell me
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got obsessed with Canva. I don't know why, and I just sort of have kind of mastered that particular app, and I do postcards and poster art and all of the promo that you see of my show and the stories and the reels and I did the video, the music video montage in the show on iMovie.
I did the music part.
Editing. Yeah, he did the music part.
I did
and
do
I
the
went
music
into
part.
this-
And he did all the, yes, we're a good team.
Yes, and Chip Fabrizi at PPI, one of the best sound
Recorded
engineers
and mixed
in
your
the
voice
world.
with my track. Yes.
Yep. And I did a bunch of things in this show that I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe it was like a suicide mission, but there were some things that I wanted to do that were scary. And one of them is recording and listening to my voice being recorded. That was like, I wanted to do a tap dance by myself out there and do a tap number. I wanted to do some things that I hadn't ever done because I fear what the heck. But thank you. Yeah, I don't know what's next on the horizon, but that's not new for an actor.
Yeah, no, it's
We'll
not.
see.
But I hope that everybody's immediate horizon are the happy remaining days of Hanukkah and
Yes.
upcoming Christmas,
Happy Hanukkah,
holiday,
everyone.
and New Year's, and I'm just
Pray for peace. Pray for peace amongst people everywhere, especially in Ukraine, especially in Israel and Palestine. It's the Tower of Babel, people. We can't come apart. We can't come apart in our country. We can't come apart across the world because no one's going to pick us up. I don't want to be a part of that turning over. I don't want to be Pompeii. I'd like to see this beautiful culture and this beautiful country continue to grow and change and work together towards solutions for everyone. We're still broken and we're ignoring it. We're broken. So go to church, go to clubs, go to balls, join your friends, do things, get outside and get off of this and out of the cave. We have to get out of the cave. Get out there, take a risk and be around humans. You could feel the love in that room, in that video. That's what made me cry the most. I was like, people care about each other and they care about sharing things. And, yes, Goldie DeVere, happy holiday. Find love and joy. Express it. Say good morning, even if they look at you like you're crazy. Really, do it anyway. I bought these shoes originally to cheer myself up, and I would wear them in the elevator. And just to see who was going to crack a smile, and everybody does. So if you have to be a little ridiculous, do it.
yeah.
Take one for the team.
That's back to John De Palma's thing too. Even at our age, it's like, okay, be who you are. Be
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's okay. Look, there are terrible
And
things.
I wish
that
the young
happen.
people knew we accept you. I wish they knew, because everything's like, and we're all going, fly, be free. We all got our chance. I dyed my hair pink in the 80s. You're not the first. I wore nail polish. Come on, enjoy yourselves. Stop picking on each other. You're lucky. You're in the best possible position you are to be a successful person in the world. This is America. Come on now. Stop fighting and start doing something. It's easy to fight. It's easy to bicker on TikTok. It's easy to lecture people into your cam from the privacy of your bedroom.
Oh yeah.
Do something. Write a book. Do
The
a show.
secrecy of your bedroom is not as secret or private as you may think.
I
that
mean,
it is.
AI is gonna take our
promise you.
place anyway. So stop being an avatar. You know what I mean? Stop being an avatar. Be a person and talk to people. Don't say things to people online that you wouldn't say to their face.
Right. Exactly.
Don't be a coward. Don't be
Authenticity.
a coward.
Be
Yes.
authentic. Always.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
I learned that
and
lesson a
and
long
don't
time
be
ago.
ignorant about history. Don't be ignorant about history. Don't start telling stories about history when you don't know nothing. Okay? Yeah. And affirm love. Let's have an old-fashioned Christmas, everybody. Let's have one of those where we all do good things for each other and we all say hello in the spirit of goodwill. I mean it. I know. I'm a Jew. Jews love Christmas. I'm so sentimental about it. But honestly, we can do that. We can do that. Watch The Bishop's Wife tonight as you go to bed and listen to that message. That's a good one. Stop trying and start being and loving and singing. And thank you so much for all of your support, everybody. And I want to bring it back. We're looking at the spring. We all have to see what we can do to make that happen. But I also want to bring it to communities where people of a certain age can feel that sense of empowerment from this, because I want people to. I want especially gay men my age and older to feel like they're not done. You're not in the scrap heap. Not yet. You may be in Palm Springs in a moo-moo, but it's good as you get older to wear more comfortable attire.
Breathable fabrics.
David, I love you.
I love
Go
you
see
too.
him and Chuck Sweeney next Saturday.
Saturday night at that Triad Theatre. We'll be there at 9:30.
And stay tuned for everything. If there are any of my Substack readers or podcast followers on this, I apologize. There's been a lot of things going on. And one of them that happened a few weeks ago is going to kill the mood if I talk about it. But I will be writing about it. I will be back. Let's just speak out in a spirit of we can sass each other and still care and still love each other. We can call each other out. It's okay. That's how gay men have survived. And the lesbians, well, they called us out and more power to them. Because we needed it. I love you guys. I love you all. Family, friends. Stay tuned, stay strong. And David, thank you for being the producer, the everything tonight.
I love my tech. I love my tech so much. I love playing with technology. I got my mouse on my knee. And thank you,
John. This is called a Jewish goodbye, as you could tell from the end of my show. Wrap it up, Beaman. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
I knew I was a Jew from the time I was born, a little Italian black boy. And
listen, Italians and Jews are the same people with the same hand gestures and guilt, but different food.
Exactly. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Be safe and well.
We'll see you.
Pray for peace.
In a
Happy
few
holidays.
Weeks. Happy holidays. Thank you. Mwah.
Thank you.
Good night.